Hello, Clashers, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Culture Clash. Happy Friday, a weekend closer to Thanksgiving. I hope you have your plans ready, your outfit ready to sit in the living room and have about 4 plates. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. If you do not have plans for Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, as a true millennial, we are having a Blackout Wednesday event. So check out our Instagram, theculture_clash, so that you can RSVP your spot and you can come join us for some drinks. OTR for Bloom OTR is going to be sponsoring the bar. We're going to be having fabulous fashion, and of course we're going to be having fabulous drinks. So make sure that you check out our Instagram. How are you guys doing? I am really excited to be here with you. We're going to be talking about pop culture, and no, I will not be talking about the Epstein files. You can find all of that information online. It is everywhere, and you cannot go anywhere without hearing about it. So if you came here to listen to all of that, it is not the place. But I'm keeping up with it. And if you have any stories, if you have any opinions, do DM me because I want to kiki about that. Anyways, we are back. We are on to, I believe it's our 10th episode of this season, season 3. We are so excited. We have had amazing co-hosts, and today it's no difference. I have a friend who I have known for many, many years. He is a pillar in the community. He is a dancer. He does the whole shebang of the art form of drag, and I want to talk to him about everything. I want to talk to him about Cincinnati. I want to talk to him about drag. I want to talk to him about his life, and of course the hottest topics. I hear that Britney Spears has been hanging out with the Kardashians. I want to hear his opinion, and I also want to hear your opinion. So without any further ado, please help me welcome my very good friend Britt. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm doing so good.
Good.
Finally have you on the couch.
I know. I'm so excited to be here.
We have been chatting about it for the last
We have
3 seasons.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, and we are so happy that you finally made some time for us and our schedule finally lined up.
Yes, I know. My drag schedule tends to be a little bit, wacky and different, but when the stars align.
Exactly. It is always the right time, the perfect time. I always just put it out there. I let my co-hosts know, and then when the right time comes along, I just love that we get to sit down.
Well, and we get to talk about some really fun topics today because
Yeah.
I don't know when you want to talk about the Met Gala, but I have so many things I'm excited to talk about.
Okay, so we will catch up on the Met Gala. The only thing about the Met Gala, though, is that they announced like the whole exhibition, but they haven't announced the theme of the red carpet.
No, they haven't. However, I was reading today a little bit of information about like why they chose this exhibit, and I have some ideas as to what the whole theme might be, because in the past it's always something to promote it, and I have some ideas.
I am so excited. The Met Gala really is like the Super Bowl for the gays.
Oh, hardcore. Because,
So-
I'm going to look at and see who's wearing this, who's wearing who, but also who is going to impress me because they really took it seriously. And then what lame cisgender male is going to just wear a normal suit that just looks like crap.
Right.
I don't know.
But that's the fun of fashion.
It is. It's
That is
very
the
true.
fun of fashion. We'll get to it. But speaking of fashion, let's give you a little bit of shoe cam. Can we just look up these red bottoms? Wow.
I found these in a cute little store in OTR. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really love those. But also these pants and this shirt came from there as well. I'm basically styled by you.
Well, by me, but also like I really just put some things together. Thanks to El Essence de Miracle here in Over the Rhine, who we're both dressed by them, and we are just so happy. You're wearing a fabulous pair of Christian Louboutin, a fabulous pair of Versace jeans.
I'm in love with these pants.
They are
FYI.
so you.
They're very
so
me.
you, and of course a Burberry short.
You can't go wrong with anything Burberry.
No.
Like I've had a Burberry scarf for years, and no matter what I wear, it goes with whatever I wear. Like it's just so classic. It's eternal.
Speaking of a Burberry scarf, it was I think maybe a lot of gays can relate with this, but it was one of my big purchases when I was like in college. I think at the time it was like $350. It's somewhere in my parents' house. I don't even know where that scarf is, but I wore the hell out of that scarf.
I mean, I had one that I bought in New York City, and I had been living there with a ballet company, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. Now, mind you, at the same time, I only made like $550 a week.
Yes.
Like I made no money. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to treat myself to something. And I walk in there and I'm just like, I wear all these, fabulous clothes. I look very nice. And then I'm looking around at all the prices going, I can't afford this.
Right.
And so I find the smallest little scarf and I'm like, you know what? This will just have to do.
But I have something like to those people like that are hating. I have my friend CJ and I always hate on like they get ready with me TikToks because every gay is always like David Yurman, Coach bag, and then like everything else is Shein. But I love those little accessories that you get to purchase when you are young, when you are in college, because they mean so much to you.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I haven't worn that scarf in years, but
But you still remember it.
every time.
remember
It
it.
is such a moment in life. So for everyone in college out there, buy that piece of those shoes.
Don't use your school loan money for it though. Just going to say that. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I did it. I did it. It's fine. You'll be okay. But if you ever want any fashion accessories, any clothes, any shoes, you can always visit us at Le Essence de Miracle in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're going to leave their information below so that you can come and check them out. They are sponsoring our outfits as every week they do.
And I popped in yesterday. It had, how many Chanel shoes did you have
A
to
lot.
organize?
Over 100
Over
pairs
100
of-
different pairs, and they were all fabulous. And there are days that I hate being a size 13 because I was like, I love those, and I love those, and I love those, and I love those.
The biggest pair that we had was a 42, and I tried them.
Yeah, sorry.
My toes were out, girl.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't work for me.
But that's okay. We do have fabulous men's items, so you can come
Absolutely.
and
As
check
you can
them out.
see.
You look really good. It was the first thing that you picked, and it was like, boom.
Well, I mean, obviously, I was drawn to the pants immediately because, I mean, I love colorful. I love something that's just going to make a statement, something that's also comfortable. I'm not big on the baggier jeans trend. However, I might be now because these are fabulous.
They're so good.
And then when you pulled out the red shoes, I was like, well, that's obvious.
Bomb.
And then I just was like, but now I've got so much going on the bottom. There needs to be a little bit less on the top. So we'll just do something nice and easy with a little Burberry shirt and a little pearls action.
It's perfect. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for just being a part of the show and like dressing up and being excited about the fashion.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love fashion.
Right? It's just, I could
We-
talk about fashion.
We could talk about this
Yeah.
all day.
But the first thing I want to talk to you about is you. And the first question that really gets people talking, they will get to find out about who you are, is the question that we always ask our co-hosts. Who is your number one pop diva?
Okay, so at the moment,
Okay.
I did just see Lady Gaga back in September, and I fucking love that woman. Her creative genius is just so it's so captivating. I've gotten to see every single one of her tours since she started. I'm dating
Jealous.
myself. But I've seen every single tour minus her residency in Vegas. I was not able to make it out there for that. And of course, Art Pop had the tiniest little tour. It didn't even come to the US. So I can't say I've been to every one of them, but I've been to almost all. And just her creative genius is so impressive and so wonderful. However,
Okay.
she's a spectacle.
She is.
My number one pop diva, and this might be controversial for some people, but is Adele.
Oh.
Adele is, I went and saw her in concert in Vegas. And it was, I'm going to get teary because I was so moved by it. I felt like I was sitting around a fireplace in her living room, and she was on the piano and she was just singing to me. And I was on the second balcony, a second row off to the side. And I had gotten pre-sale tickets, and like, it was so emotional to see her and see her just live her dream. But then also at the same time, she's talking like this. And, it's just, it's funny, but it's heartfelt, and it meant so much to me. When she announced that she's indefinitely leaving music, I understand why, but it did make me really sad. Because she is just so iconic.
And so talented.
And so talented. And like, when I watched a video that she had put out with James Corden, who I know is a little controversial in our world, but they're very close friends. And she was telling about how she wrote one of her songs off her new album was literally based off of conversation about James Corden and all these people that were hating on him so much. And it did make me think about how we as social media people or just people in the world, how we talk to these people because they're just like us, but they just have a lot more scrutiny.
Yeah.
And maybe they do and say something that they shouldn't have, and then they get harangued for it. Now, mind you, some people should. However, in this case, I don't know if James necessarily, based on that particular conversation, if he needed it. There were other times that, yes, he needed it. But when they were talking about that situation, they did. I don't know. I felt a little bit weird about that one situation. But just the fact that she also wrote Turning Tables. Have you ever heard this?
I have not heard
She wrote Turning Tables about the lazy Susan at a Chinese restaurant.
and that
That
her
was the whole
inspiration.
theme behind it. So like the fact that she can come up with these very, very interesting places to write her music from and from the heart as well, it just hits me in a way that other pop artists don't. And I know that what I'm about to say is controversial. I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift, even though I know a lot
it
of
like you mean
people don't cancel me. I find her music catchy, but when people tell me that she's like the biggest poet of all time, I tend to disagree with that because I look at what Adele writes and how she writes it and how far out her albums are from each other. There's so much thought and so much heart that goes into it. And I don't feel that from Taylor Swift. I feel like it's peddling to the masses a little bit. Of
course.
Which is fine. If that's your brand, that's your brand. But that's why she wouldn't be in my top 10 pop divas. But I would definitely say Adele's probably number one, Gaga's number two, and then I got a random one for you.
Do tell.
Florence and the Machine.
Okay.
I have been obsessed with Florence and the Machine for years. Absolutely love her. Her music's amazing. She just put out her new album on Halloween, and if you haven't listened to it, you do.
I have not, but I will.
It's really lovely. And then one of the songs called Sympathy Magic. It's just, it gives me goosebumps because it's again heartfelt, but it's also, she just put so much soul into it. And you can hear it.
Like the love and passion.
Yes. And I think
Okay.
that's sometimes what's lacking in the pop world lately. Like, I understand that we didn't really get, I mean, COVID was a year that none of us will
True.
remember. I don't remember 2020 at all. I'm
No.
glad I don't. But ever since then, I've had a hard time finding meaning in some of these pop artist songs. And with Florence and Gaga and Adele, I find so much. And that's what I need from music. And I come from a ballet background. So like music that means something. You've got Mozart, you've got Bejart, who's a brilliant choreographer, but he can take a small bit of music and turn it into something really wonderful. But then you've also got William Forsythe, who can literally take sounds, drum, here, hit the wall, something, no beat whatsoever, and turn it into one of the most beautiful ballets you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I need to find the meaning and the story behind it to be able to enjoy and love it.
Well, I love it. And I mean, who would not agree with you? And I don't even consider Adele a pop star. I consider her, of course, like pop culture star, but she is just so far in her own lane. That
It's
she's
kinda
n-
true, yeah.
That she's not competing with anyone. And even like you bringing up Taylor Swift is like, you could compare them, but it's like Adele is, you can't compare. Like the woman has a voice of, I think the last time that we maybe heard a voice even similar, and I'm not even comparing the two of them, but was probably Whitney Houston.
I would
was-
agree.
That was just powerful, and these are the women that
And but again, to your point that you just said, it has powerful and it has
Yes.
meaning, but it also, you can feel the passion behind
Absolutely.
not only just the song but the words.
and just like her presence, Adele is one of those. I've never seen her in concert, so I'm very jealous that you have. But she is one of those artists that if she has a show where there are no lights, just her music and a piano.
Oh yeah.
All I need is a martini, and just go ahead and sing, girl. I don't need you to do backflips. I don't need
No,
fashion.
I don't even need the giant set.
Nothing.
I don't need this beautiful piano that just falls apart and starts
No.
catching on fire for Set Fire to the Rain. I don't even need that.
She could just sit there with a guitar, with a, like whatever it is, a microphone a cappella, and the woman, I will pay money to see her.
Oh, yeah,
And there are
absolutely.
women that like Dula Peep. Like, girl, I want you to lip sync. I want you to just know the choreography, and I want you to look fabulous.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who used to hate on Britney Spears music is like, I'm not going to see Britney Spears for the ballads. I'm not going for her to
No,
hit
we're
a
going
note.
to see her dance.
We are going to see a glorified drag queen.
Correct.
That she would inspire the masses. And I'm sorry, but Adele is not inspiring a drag queen because we just don't have that talent.
No, not really. No,
Mo-
I would agree with that.
Most of that we don't. So she's in her own lane, and for that I respect her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now to get to know a little bit more about you. So you are from the ballet world.
I am.
You're a dancer.
Yeah. So I started taking ballet classes when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
I had been dancing around the house, and I broke my great grandmother's teacup set that my father held really dear, and my dad literally looked at my mom at that point and said, "Put the damn kid in ballet lessons." And so I started dancing, and then in high school, I decided I wanted to try my hand at more musical theater styled stuff. So I did like the Pajama Game, and I did 42nd Street, and I did How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. One other that I'm forgetting at the moment. So I got to do a bunch of musicals, but the problem was I usually only got cast in dancing roles. So I kind of looked at that and I went, well, this kind of sucks, because
Right.
I have a decent voice and I thought I could act fairly well, but I have a higher voice for a guy. And, in those lead male roles, they wanted someone who is a little bit more masculine presenting, I guess, but whatever.
Which I don't know how you get that in musical theater, but
Thank you. Thank
Right?
you. But so then I decided to stop and I would go back to ballet. And so I went to CCM, University of Cincinnati. I graduated from there in 2008 with with my ballet degree. But before then, in 2006, I had joined Cincinnati Ballet. And so I was doing college full time and doing work full time. I left there. I moved to South Carolina, danced for a ballet company there, which is no longer around, and unfortunately, which happens to a lot of ballet companies. And then I moved to New York City, and I started with a ballet company called La Ballet Trocadero de Monte Carlo.
Okay.
I know, it's a mouthful.
Yes, girl.
But it was great because it was an all-male ballet company. And so we got to do the guys and the girl parts.
Love.
And so me, who's always been like, why does ballet always have to be about the woman? Why can't it be about me for once? My little gay heart was going nuts.
Yeah, I mean.
And actually, that's where I started learning drag. My roommate at the time was a makeup artist. And he said one night, we were in Brighton, England, and we had a night off. So we were like, what are we going to do tonight? So we were going to go to the bars. And he goes, why don't you let me put you in drag? And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, why don't you let me do your makeup and, you go out and drag? I said, oh, yeah, okay, I guess. My hair was quite a bit longer at the time, and I had 3 different wigs that were, pulled up into my hair, and he did my makeup, and like we just went out and had an absolute blast. And that's where I was like, oh, this could be something really, really fun for me to do. And then when my husband and I got married, we had moved to Arizona, and I started trying to dabble with drag a little bit there. And then after we moved back here to Cincinnati, that's when I was like, you know what, actually, I think I could really do this. And my drag name is Broccoli Spears.
Yes.
It was originally Brittany Taylor.
Brittany Taylor.
Because my roommate at the time, who was a drag queen, he's from Florida. So in the Florida world, you have to be given your
Right,
drag
like a
name.
drag
And
woman.
everybody just calls me Brittany because my name is Britton. And like most people, when you call me, they're like, hey, Brittany, what's up? Just because it's fun. And so he said Brittany Taylor because Taylor was the last name of his family in his pageant
Right.
family in Florida. And I was like, well, this is really boring. But okay, I'll do it. And then I was at my dance fix class one day, and my friend, I'd had a horrible day. And so I was just like, I need to go and dance it out and just like get this out of my system. And so my friend decided to bring me up to the front of the stage, and she's been calling me Broccoli for years. But on this one occasion, she decided to change it and say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Broccoli Spears. And I went,
That's it.
That's better.
That's it.
I like that. And I'm also a unique person. I like to be on my own. I don't really like to have to answer to other people because
Yeah.
I'm such a Sagittarius.
A
Yeah,
vegetarian.
that basically. So I like to do things the way that I like to do it. I don't like to be, pulled into any kind of like constraints.
Yeah.
And so when I changed to Broccoli Spears, that's actually when things started to blossom for me. I started doing more drag for the leather community here in Cincinnati, and then all of a sudden I was doing a bunch of brunches, and all of a sudden I had my own brunch at Station Barbecue that we had once a month, and it was wildly popular. COVID happened. Things, we were doing brunches in a parking lot, still wildly popular. But then I started doing the Saturday night show at E19, which was really fun, but, kept me away from all my friends on Saturday
Right.
nights every week and just became a lot of work. So I decided, I had actually decided before E19 closed that I was going to back off from doing their shows. And then, so what I do now is I just do brunches around the city. I work with Queen City Charities. This year we raised $80,000 for
Yay.
local organizations, which is really
Very
amazing.
nice. Yeah.
We focus on LGBTQ plus organizations. And last year we raised enough to give away $43,000. So getting up to 80 this year was
Rewarding.
it's so rewarding.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
I heard a word on the street and I heard some rumors. I don't know if it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that Miss Broccoli Spears retired and that she did her last number not long ago.
She's not exactly retiring. She's stepping back.
I love
so
that.
I'm an IT project manager now. Don't ask me how I got there. But I travel a lot for work. And so all the costumes and all the hair and all the makeup and all that stuff, it does take a lot of time.
Yes.
And I also am a burlesque performer. And I've been wanting to focus a little bit more on that because it's all about body positivity and more about just my dancing aspect of myself. Whereas drag, it's lip syncing,
persona.
and I'm known as the cartwheeling, kick split, running splits, cartwheels into splits. I do that kind of shit way too much. I'm turning 40 next month. So I'm like, I
Congratulations.
shouldn't be doing those types of things anymore. So I'd like to focus a little bit more on that specifically. But I'm going to pull a penetration. And whenever a gig comes up that I would like to do, then I'll do it.
I love that.
But other than that, I'm going to be very choosy on what I like, on what I want to do. Because also, as always with your own, as an entrepreneur, you have your own brand to consider. And there are certain places I don't want to perform or certain performers I don't want to perform with.
Give us names. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But it's come to that time where
You can be more selective.
I can be more selective.
Unfortunately, you don't. Drag isn't like what's paying your bills. So you have the privilege of being able to say, you know what, I'm really going to do this as a hobby. I will participate when I feel like something is right for me.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing that
When
you
I
get to
have
do
the
that.
opportunity, because I do have a wonderful day job, I have the opportunity to still teach my exercise class. I've been teaching Dance Fix for 16 years now, and it is a big part of my life as well. It's a exercise class here in Cincinnati. We are located up in Walnut Hills. We just have a brand new state-of-the-art studio. Like, it's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
And so I teach on Mondays and I teach on Wednesdays, and I love being able to do it. So I have my normal day job, and then I have that as a secondary job. Then I've got burlesque and drag.
Wow.
And so there's never a time where I'm not incredibly busy. And as much as I'm, a busy person, I love being a busy person, bitch, need to calm down.
Yes.
I get tired.
Especially you're 40, girl. You're about
I
to
know.
turn 40.
This is what I always say. I'm just like, girl, I'm tired.
Yeah, like we are tired.
I'm tired.
You have been in the drag industry, and you have been in Cincinnati, like doing drag and whatnot for years.
This is going to be my end of my 11th year. Yeah, since
Oh my God.
2014.
Wow.
So it's been a good run. It's been a good run.
Wow.
I'm ready for a little bit of a break.
Well, from one drag queen to another, are you ready to get into hot topics?
Yes, I'm so ready.
I am so ready to talk to you about some of the things that have happened in pop culture.
Listen, in the past week, there's been a lot happening in pop
lot.
culture. So
A lot. So let's get started.
Okay.
We're going to talk about two other drag queens, which
Okay.
is the Kardashians. With all love and respect, because I love the Kardashians. But this one, I don't know. Britney Spears hangs out with the Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian. The Slumber Party singer linked up with sister Kim and Khloe Kardashian, along with her manager Kate Hudson, for a cozy night on November 14, with fans getting a glimpse of the encounter on social media. In a photo shared on Kim's Instagram stories, the three girls pose for a selfie in a bed as Britney Spears, who is 43, playful stuck her tongue out while wearing a yellow off-the-shoulder top. The Skims founder, clad in a dark hooded jacket, flashed a peace sign to the camera, captioning the pic, Calabasas Nights. How do you feel about Britney Spears hanging out with a Kardashian?
In 2 words, fuck that.
Yeah, same.
I don't like it. I love Britney, and I know that she's been through a lot in the past several years. I mean, first with the shaved head
The last few
experience,
decades.
well, that, but also like just the conservatorship and all the things, and then her, Kevin Fender line and all the shit that happened with that, and then her kids, and she's not like trying not to give them money, even though there's just so much with her, and I get it. However, at this day and age, and I promise I'm not going to take this politically, but this day and age, I don't feel like the Kardashians have been looking very good. And I'll go back to the first Trump administration. Kim was actually like,
She was at the White House.
she was at the White House, but she was also advocating for, people that were in prison for very small sentences that they shouldn't have been. And I respected her for that.
Applaud that
I
for her.
actually did, because like, I'm like, all you did was a sex tape, girl. I don't know how you're really that famous, but also you guys have built this fantastic brand. So, I mean, cheers for you. You get it, girly. However, in this administration, the only thing they have done is profited off of the Trump policies. And I just never saw Britney as a Kardashian fan. I almost saw her as an anti-fan.
Of course.
And it seemed, when I saw that photo, because I hadn't seen it until today, and when I saw it, it just got me a little irked, because I'm just like, I now want to know why.
Well, I am not okay with this. And I love Britney, and I really do love the Kardashians separately. There has been this like ongoing thing that the Kardashians are like blood-sucking women that have left every man dry to hang up after they have been with them. And I really have never cared, because they are men. And if a
Well,
woman,
that's what I was about to say. I was like, they're
Yeah.
men. Who gives a shit?
who gives a shit? Because in a world that is shaped for men, I don't feel sorry for anyone.
I don't feel sorry for
including
it.
myself. But I have never cared that the Kardashians have like just tag along with the right people to suck off either their image, their energy, their fame.
I mean, they have done that, and
Yeah.
it has served them well in the past.
Yes, they can do it to anybody, but I have one message to them. Leave Britney alone. Leave her
Yes.
alone. Let her live in Mexico with her bodyguard. Let her do her body, like her hair wrong, dancing her. I don't care. Leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
I don't. All these girls talking about like, oh, they're gonna yassify her and she's gonna be back.
I will be so upset if they try to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I just go back to like the conservatorship and all the things that Britney's been through. She deserves just to be herself.
Absolutely.
If she wants to get half naked and dance with knives on her Instagram, girl, you do you.
Let her live.
I let her live her truth.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where this whole thing is now starting to just upset me a little bit, because I'm like, why can't we just let things be? Let her be.
Let her be. I've also seen this thing about like Paris Hilton, and people are putting together that it's becoming a little bit weird of this obsession that Paris has with Britney. You know that the person who married Paris Hilton was the same person that married Britney Spears and Sam.
I did not know that.
You also know that like this wedding was like put together in like a week.
I did know that, yeah.
Also, like these people that came to the wedding, like no one really was like Selena Gomez and Donatella Versace and what's her name? Moore.
Demi Moore?
No, not Demi Moore. The girl who has a show. Anyways, all these random people who came to her wedding, it's like, are you guys? I don't know. There's something sketchy, and I just want Hollywood in general. And when I talk about Hollywood, the peak of Hollywood right now is the Kardashians. Leave Britney alone.
100%.
Just leave her alone.
100%.
That is my only thing.
Yeah,
And
no, I 100% agree with that.
I think that as much as I love Britney, the pop star, the femme fatale girl, we all know that she hates that.
Yeah, well, yes.
So
That's kind of what I was saying earlier is like, I just don't understand. I don't understand the pull for her to the Kardashians because
Exactly.
they're so completely different.
But the thing about the Kardashians, though, and when they talk about the Kardashian curse, I believe the Kardashians are similar to a religion. The same way that it has been for Tristan Thompson. And I'm not justifying what the men have done or what the men are in the Kardashian family. But think about all these men that have come into the Kardashian family household. They come from broken families. And the Kardashians come in like a church, like, oh, we love you. You're my son. Kanye West, Tristan Thompson, Chloe's ex-husband,
Oh God.
Lamar.
Yes, Lamar.
All these people have had family troubles. I mean, Kanye West's mom passed away. Tristan Thompson's mom passed away. Lamar comes from a fucked up background. So when you come in and this family who are just fabulous and makes you feel like you're one of them. I mean, talk about Scott Disick.
Oh yeah.
And suddenly, like, you feel like, oh my God, these people love me. These people care about me. And I just don't want that to happen to Britney Spears.
I don't either. Because again, going back to my original point, like she's been through too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Too
And
much.
like and yes, new friendships are always a good
That's
thing.
good.
But then again, to your point, I'm nervous about the trajectory of where that friendship will go, and then all of a sudden they just drop her like a fly, and then we as the fans are going to have to be there to pick Britney up.
Well, yeah. But
Or they can go and kind of change the pitch our perspective of her through social media, or at least try to paint her as kind of this crazy person. And I'm like, we all kind of knew that, but actually crazy is kind of hot. I love it.
And we all know, like, I hate to word the use crazy because Britney Spears is not okay. We all know that she did not grow up the way that you and I did.
No.
She was taking advantage of. I have said this before, that we are all guilty for where that woman is. And the only thing that we can do is just let her be. We don't need any more music from her. We don't need to put her in a studio. She does not need to be on a red carpet. She does not need to be on stage.
No.
The woman will be forever iconic, forever famous.
And she should just run with that.
Yes. And again, Hollywood needs to leave her alone. And the hand that is always picking the Hollywood victims is the Kardashians. So leave Britney alone.
Point.
I've said it again. Another girl who needs to be left alone is Ariana Grande. Did you hear about the attack?
I watched it.
Okay, so man who
You know that guy was he's a serial
Yes.
offender.
Yes. So let me tell you the story, because a man who attacked Ariana Grande on the Wicked red carpet premiere in Singapore was sentenced to 9 days in jail. When sentences
Only 9?
only 9. Only 9.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh. Well, the sentence
Because he's going to do it again. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting.
The
Sorry.
sentence comes 4 days after he charged at Ariana Grande while she walked at the Singapore premiere of the new Wicked movie on Thursday, November 13. So she is walking down the red carpet.
She was visibly shaken.
Yes. This man who is known for, he's done it to other people, just running up to them and just like.
Not only just running up to them, he stormed the stage. I don't remember who he did it for. It was a very well-known guy singer that he did it once. Then he's crowd rushed 2 other people as well. So this is a serial offender. This person needs to be taught a lesson, and I don't think 9 days in jail is going to really do it.
But not only does he need to be, TikTok and Instagram and every single social media needs to just ban him for good.
I would
because
agree.
he is clearly doing this for clout.
Yes.
He looks so damn proud as he was being like taking out of that red carpet. Like security is dragging his ass out, and there's a smile on that man's face, knowing damn
ear
well.
to ear.
I mean, here we are talking about him. I refuse to say his name because I'm not giving this man any clout. I refuse to look up his like social media because that's all he wants. He just wants clout. And I hate that social media has become that, where you can do shitty things to other people, not just celebrities, but other people, just to get recognition.
Yeah,
of
that
a
actually, I
boring
was
ass life.
watching an Instagram reel about that the other day. Some person was going into a restaurant and they just kept complaining about everything, but the waiter could see the phone and the recording that was happening the whole time and basically just called them out and was like, what you're doing is saying horrible things about me and the restaurant for internet clout. That's really uncalled for. And the other time I saw that was actually in it was a real, also an Instagram reel, but it was in Disney World. And so this girl literally was being recorded, but she was sitting next to Ariel. She also had red hair, and she goes, well, at least mine's not a bottle dye. Like, she was being rude. And so then the person that made the actual reel was an Ariel who had been there years ago and is now no longer working for Disney. But she was like, as an ex Ariel, this was really, really uncomfortable for her. You put that performer, because they are performers,
Yeah.
you put that performer in a very uncomfortable spot. Like, that's inappropriate. And if you look back at the video of Ariana, all I remember is her grabbing onto Cynthia Erivo's arm, visibly scared, because if I put myself in her shoes, I'm coming out of this wonderful event. Everybody is so excited and so happy. And then all of a sudden you turn your head this way and then you see something rushing at you. I would
Yeah.
have the exact same reaction.
Yeah.
Because she has security guards, but they were not right there.
No, and who was expecting that? But also to Cynthia Erivo, hold on, let me just give you something. That was an eye roll. Girl, this lesbian love relationship of like overprotecting Ariana, it's getting creepy.
It is a
like,
little
girl,
creepy.
just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand like protecting her, and I don't think I would have been like I wouldn't have rolled my eyes had this been the first situation, but Cynthia is just like, I don't know. But
I know,
anyways.
I see where you're going with that. I can also understand that point of view. In that particular moment, though, I can completely understand why
course,
she went
yes.
into Mother Bear mode,
Yes.
because of the shock and like a frightened look on Ariana's face. Because again, if I put myself in her shoes and I just see something running at me like that, I probably would. Me being me, I would have just shot in the opposite direction, because I have no idea what this thing is coming that's at me, or whatever this thing is that's coming at me is, and just yeah.
But I said this before.
That would've been tough.
When did this happen last? When Billie Eilish, something was thrown at her concert, or someone dragged her at her concert too. Yeah, like some fan literally just grabbed her, and
Oh, somebody else was it Sabrina Carpenter that had that happen too?
I don't remember, but I do remember because I talked about it with somebody on the pod about Billie Eilish, and I mentioned how annoyed I was that we put artists on a pedestal, but I love that Cardi B like threw that microphone.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic moment.
I need artists to start reacting to this because it is not okay. A nobody, if I'm walking down the street and someone just comes up, I don't care if you're suing me, I'm throwing hands. And a lot of these artists don't do that because they're frightened that
they don't want to lose their fan
Exactly.
base, and I get that. I mean, that's their moneymaker, but also, come on,
Yeah.
what those people are doing is wildly inappropriate.
So wrong.
I would never go to a concert and be like, I'm going to take this soda and I'm just going to throw it at the artist.
Yeah.
Why?
Or yank someone.
Or yank them or try to pull on their clothing. Like, no. That's not cool.
It's not.
Because that actually happened. I was wrong. It was not who I was saying. It was Katy Perry. She had someone rush her on the stage too.
Oh.
No.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yes, it was maybe like 6 months ago or something like that. I don't really like the woman.
Same.
However,
But-
you still don't do that.
As a performer, and there are people who love the show, and the thing about it is that these barricades keep getting wider and wider and wider, and there's all these security because of people who can't fucking act right.
Right.
Would you do that to a server? Would you do that to anyone, like a bank teller? No. So why would you
No.
do that to an artist who is just up there on stage doing their job?
Right.
Same thing, and this is a message to all straight women watching who likes to go, who have never been to a drag show and they're going for the first time. That stage, you do not get up on stage. You do not touch that drag
you.
queen unless they give you permission.
Consent, no matter what setting you are in.
Yeah.
Consent is a thing.
I don't care if those titties are fake and they are a chest plate. You do not touch them just because you thought.
I mean, if I offer them to you to put the
Please.
cash inside, then you can. But,
But-
otherwise, don't come. Well, and I've had this happen before. People have come up and smacked my butt while I'm in
No.
drag. Or I actually had someone pull my wig one time and I didn't have it glued down. And so it slipped back. And I had to go off stage and readjust because this is, again, my brand. So, yes, straight women or
Don't.
sometimes even straight men.
Or even gay men.
Or gay men. And honestly, just don't touch drag queens unless
Don't.
they give you consent. There you go.
Don't touch it. Well, we're talking about drag queens. Let's talk about Sabrina Carpenter because Sabrina Carpenter is doing Alice in Wonderland musical.
saw that.
Sabrina Carpenter will star in and produce an upcoming movie musical inspired by Alice in Wonderland for Universal Pictures. The film, which is still untitled, will be written and directed by Lorraine Scafaria, and it's a passion project for Carpenter, who reportedly approached the studio with the idea more than a year ago.
Do you know what would be really smart? Lady Gaga, Red Queen.
Oh. Put that out
Come
there.
on.
Put that out there.
If that was the was the
Yes.
pairing, and like some people don't like Gaga as an actress, but oh my God,
Yeah.
if that pairing was done, I think I'd jizz myself
Yeah,
because
that-
would just sounds iconic. I mean, if you look at the pictures from her last album in Abracadabra, where she's in that very, very Red Queen styled outfit, it just works.
I have not thought about that, but that is a great point. And Sabrina as Alice in Wonderland.
Sabrina as Alice would be really, really
Gorgeous.
good. I've never seen her act, so I can't attest to her acting at all.
Wasn't she? Yeah, she's a Disney girl.
Oh, she's a Disney
So
original?
she
Okay,
came
so-
from
okay.
acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm dating myself, but I didn't have cable until I was 16.
Fair.
No, I didn't have internet until I was 16, cable until I was in college. So I didn't get to watch a lot of Disney Channel stuff. So I don't know who all the young ones are, but I knew like Selena Gomez and Ariana came from there, but that's about the extent that
I mean, I think
so.
our Nickelodeon girls and Disney girls are Britney and Justin.
Yeah.
And all them girls.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
to age ourselves.
That's very true.
Okay, but moving on very quickly, I want to talk to you about this really, really quick because we're running out of time. But I do want to talk about some really good news because neurologist claims that Wendy Williams does not have frontotemporal dementia despite 2023 diagnosis. That's just basically the news. Wendy needs to get out of her conservatorship.
And I
that's all have to
believe,
say.
based on what I've read because of this, they are going to file that petition within the next several weeks because this is the exact information they needed to show that she does not need the conservatorship anymore. And we've talked a lot about conservatorships, but the reason why she got in this mess in the first place was because she just became an alcoholic. And so there is also something that I don't know if maybe they even looked for, but it is alcoholic dementia. It is something that can onset, but it can also be reversed once somebody becomes sober. And I actually wonder if maybe that's what she was suffering from. But when she went sober, she has gotten better and better and better and better.
I have a theory that Hollywood is not okay with Wendy because she knows too much. And if there's one woman that will talk a little too much, is Wendy. There is
yeah.
no other reporter, there is no other television show that I want back so bad during this
I
time
loved
than the Wendy Williams
that
show.
so much.
Imagine her with the Epstein files.
Oh my God,
with
she
everything
would-
that's going on.
Oh yeah, she would rip it to shreds.
We need her opinion.
She does not give a
No,
fuck.
we need her opinion yesterday.
Yesterday.
Alrighty, well now we're moving on to gay trivia.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
my god, and more than gay trivia, it's pop culture trivia.
Okay.
So I hope you're ready. We're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock,
Oh,
and I'm gonna be asking you some questions. If you don't know an answer,
I'm already sweating.
no, I promise you I make them easy. But I tell this to everyone. I tell them to everyone.
I'm really good at cramming for tests, but when I don't have to, when I'm not prepared,
You know that I just watched the video of RuPaul on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or whatever.
Yeah.
And the question was so random, and she goes, Chaka Khan. So
okay. So if I don't know it, that's
if
what
you
I'm
don't
gonna
know
say.
it, just say Chaka Khan. Actually, I love that. So for anyone in the future who is coming onto the show and you don't know an answer to pop culture trivia,
Shaka Khan.
Chaka Khan. All right. Well, on the first question, what is Britney Spears' first single?
Was Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yes. Who is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5 winner?
season 5 season. That was penetration season. That was Bianca Del Rio was the season after. Am I right? Chaka Khan.
Jinx Monsoon. Who sings the song Stars Are Blind? I don't mind.
Chaka Khan.
Paris Hilton.
Oh God.
What Cincinnati legendary drag queen participated on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5?
Oh, penetration.
Yes, which drag queen was compared to Linda Evangelista?
Valentina.
Yes, what famous drag queen is famous for her tongue pop?
Oh, Alyssa Edwards.
Yes, who won Best New Artist in 2000?
2000. I wasn't listening to music back then. Best new artist. Chaka Khan.
Well, I think time is up, but you were close. It was Christina Aguilera, and there's a big debate. Remember, because a lot of gays.
Wait, was that the Stripped album?
No,
that was 2009.
No, Strip was like 2003.
Okay.
So, see, we were about to get some Christina Aguilera. The reason why I put this question up because it's very controversial. Because a lot of gays out there are millennial gays who grew up with the Grammys. Christina Aguilera won Best New Artist over Britney Spears.
Oh.
So that is like where a huge controversy for the gays, whether you were a Britney gay or a Christina gay.
Now, mind you, if I compare the two,
Yes.
Britney gives us pop, crazy diva, and then you get Christina, and we get riff after riff after riff. So I get why people would be pitted against each other for that one, but I can also see why she would have won.
If it was up to me, Britney would have won that. But I also understand Christina's talent, and I think that when you put before knowing the impact that both of their career will have, it's like putting Adele to like Dula Peep today.
Oh yeah, well that
would, right. But then if Dula Peep would have come out the pop star and really changed the music industry the way Britney Spears, you would have been like, oh, it should have been Dula Peep. But again, if you put Adele to Dua Lipa right now, you're like, girl, it's a no-brainer.
Completely separate. Yeah.
It's
I totally get it.
All right, perfect. Well, you did pretty good-ish. Chaka Khan, girl.
2/3, I think.
Yeah, Chaka Khan.
I got almost all of the drag queens.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. See, I always, make it around my guests.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, our very last segment that we have, it's called That's Very Gay News. And I want to talk because Grindr presented I Will Survive. How we connected gay sheep to the New York City runway.
Excuse me?
They had a fashion show. Ms. Grindr had a fashion show. I don't know why, but
you can see the shock in my face.
Yeah, I actually have
Wait, what? Explain to me.
Hold on. Can we? Okay. Our Hot Topic Bureau just informed us about the whole situation with Grindr. So basically, this farmer had sheeps who were not doing
They're
each
queer.
other, right? And they ended up being queer. So all the wool that they got from these sheeps were turned into a fashion show for Grindr.
That's really interesting. I have not heard about this, but I would really be interested to see, number one, the fashion that they brought in for that, and also ask Grindr why they did it and why didn't like some major designers think of something like that. You know what I mean?
I actually don't mind this, but my thing with Grindr is that
Isn't also Grindr like a thing of the past?
Well, it is not, unfortunately, but it should be, and I'll tell you why. Grindr, it is a public company that everyone and anyone can invest. If anyone is on Grindr nowadays, which 90% of us are, then you understand that this is nothing but a business. They don't care.
It is definitely a business.
They don't care about the community. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. It has been proven that Grindr has been designed to make you feel bad about yourself so that you continue spending time on this app.
Yeah.
So my thing about Grindr is that these big wig rich men decided to take something that has been ours and made money off of it, off of our back, literally.
But isn't that the whole thing about being gay? We create something and then all of a sudden it becomes popular. And then all of a sudden people want to invest in it. And it's then becomes, how do we keep them here? So remember when the years that Grindr was just the 99-cent app. So people bought the 99-cent app. If you bought it and kept it on your phone since then, you still get all the benefits of just the
Really?
99-cent app. But for everybody else, now you have these subscription services. And that is unfortunately a direction that unfortunately our capitalist world that everyone is moving. So we're always constantly paying for more and for more and for more. And to your point, it's a business. How are they going to make more money? I do have to say one thing about Grindr though is they do sponsor quite a lot of good things around the country. Not necessarily in our city, just because we're a mid-sized city, but like in New York, they always sponsor a whole bunch of like gay events. They do give back to charities, which is something that I always look for within an organization that I'm going to even try investing in, even if it's, I don't know, 99 cents. But I obviously am not on Grindr. I've been married for 13 years, so I don't use the app, but I do have to commend the fact that they do give back, but also still it's a business and the business models skew towards the rich and not towards the people that they're actually, gearing gearing their app to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest, and I am a person who always believes in all these like conspiracy theories and whatnot.
I love conspiracy
Same.
theories.
And I am afraid that Grindr will be used against the community one day.
I mean,
They have been sued for sharing people's
yes,
like HIV status
correct.
and health, whatever. So like, I'm just waiting for.
I have more concerns about Grindr sharing that personal information than China getting my information from TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. And I think that we put our administration or, our leadership, they tend to put more stock into things that are from China versus something that's even just at home. I mean, I don't want my personal like statuses shared like that either.
Exactly.
But when I had Grindr years ago, I actually didn't put that information in there on purpose because I was always a little afraid of that. And I'm also more of a proponent on let's talk about our statuses, get checked out, make sure you get
Always.
your prep checkups every month or every 3 months. But like, I would rather talk out all that stuff versus someone just seeing it as a status, because also within the gay community, we are our own judgment. Like we are all judgy. We can't even like break away from that. I am Judgy McJudgerson. And there are certain things on there that I'm preset to judge against where I automatically always have to pull back and be like, no. Don't do that. That's just a preset that's in your mind from other people, not yourself.
And my point to Grindr sharing information such as your HIV status, there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with being HIV negative or HIV positive.
Correct.
And unfortunately, we live in a world that we have stigmatized the infection, and now we have gotten to a point that that information has been used for negative things towards our community.
Correct.
I really,
And not just our community,
Yeah,
also the black community also, like
Yeah.
it is disproportionately affecting both gay men and black people. And that right there automatically becomes a stigma for the white cisgendered straight people to be like, oh,
to use it against us.
and use it against us.
So I am
Correct.
all about like be open about your status, communicate about it. If you feel like getting up on top of a mountain and shouting it out, I will hold your hand and I will support you. What I'm not okay with is the wrong people getting that information and using it against our
Especially
own
if
rights.
we did not allow them, like
Exactly.
they would share our data without us actually knowing that they're sharing it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not okay with
No,
that.
not okay. So, and to end this conversation about apps, I also have been reading a lot online about there's a new app called Sniffies, and there has been a lot of undercover cops. Sniffies is this app where you like cruise, right? And it's a map where you cruise, and I have heard a lot of arrests being made because people are cruising or they're just being a public, whatever. Your sexuality, you do whatever you do, but please be safe.
Be
That's all I
safe.
have to say.
Well, and also there are, from what I've heard, some very shady characters that are on there as well. So just before you meet up with anybody from that app, just make sure that you thoroughly vet who they are, exchange Snapchats or something, and prove who they are before you meet with them. Because I have heard several, not several
stories.
friends, but a couple people that I know who have had negative experiences, not to the point of like undercover cops, but to the point of like child molesters.
Yeah. Crazy things that happen.
Like very like, and again, cruising is totally fun. It's great. It's, if that's what you're into, just go and do it, but just do it safely.
And be safe. Absolutely. And before you meet up with 9-inch top, ask for his Snapchat girl.
Always.
We've all had a
Always.
sketchy hookup.
Snapchat verified.
Yes, we've all had a sketchy hookup, but you do not want to be another statistic.
And listen, I may be 40, but I will always use Snapchat to verify.
There you go. There you see. I like a video call.
That's also great too.
Like a video call.
I just don't like sharing my number.
No, you can video call. I am
From Snapchat now?
Yes, you can video call from Snapchat.
I know you can do it from Instagram.
You can also video chat from Grindr. If you don't
Oh,
pay,
I didn't know that.
I'm proud to say that I have used Grindr for decades and I've never paid Grindr. Only one time that I forgot to cancel my free trial and they gave me my money back.
Well, look at that.
There you go.
I love
All
it.
right. Well, you guys, this was such a great episode, Brent. Thank you so much for
course.
being here. It is so fun to get to chat with you about everything that you have done in the community. You have been in this community for decades. We thank you so much. Your arts, your drag, your dance studio, everything that you do. We really, really thank you. And of course, we thank you so much for having an opinion on pop culture and being here with us.
Oh, you know me. I could talk about it for hours, but I know you have a time limit. So
Well, you're going to have to come back.
I'm around.
Give us your Instagram handle so that the girls can follow you.
So my Instagram handle for my drag account is at Broccoli Spears. So it's at BROCKLEAHSPEARS. I also have my burlesque account, which is at the Jando, JAWNDOE. And then I have a personal account that is private, but if you would like to follow it, it is at It's the Brit Life. So ITSTHEBRITTLIFE.
There you go, girls. So go and follow Brent. Tell him how wonderful he was on the show. And make sure that you guys are also following us on our Instagram, @theculture_clash, the Culture Clash on TikTok, as well as Facebook. And once again, thank you so much to La Essence de Miracle for sponsoring this show and for letting us wear this fabulous clothes. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe and have a great weekend. Bye.